House of Representatives reconvenes for emergency session July 31, 2024. Plans engagement with young Nigerians. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria upbeat effective utilization of proposed windfall tax will guarantee economic progress. Proposed nationwide protest extensive consultations paying off as small groups and associations back out. Hello and welcome to the news desk at 3 on Nta News24. We are live in Abuja. Thank you for joining us. I am Olajide Bello. Reports just reaching us houses that President Bola Tinubu has signed the new national minimum wage bill into law. Briefing State House correspondent after the signing, Senate President Godswill Akpabio commended the president, saying Nigerian workers and the national minimum wage amendment is for the whole nation, the federal government, the states, the local governments, the private sector, and even for individual employers. Now, let's start by telling you that lawmakers in the House of Representatives have been recalled from their annual recess to hold a plenary session scheduled for Wednesday, July 31, 2024. House spokesman Akin Rotimi says the emergency plenary session is at the instance of Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, who will engage young Nigerians in a town hall meeting at the National Assembly. National Assembly correspondent Mitai Rekwe reports that it is a legislative practice for lawmakers to reconvene from recess to address present national issues. And Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has interfaced with critical stakeholders on Abuja project with a pledge to ensure governance of inclusivity in the territory. Onoze Yakubu reports that the stakeholders' engagement is coming on the heels of the planned nationwide protest. And details of that report will come in our subsequent bulletin. Moving on. The Abia State Command of Nigeria Police has warned that it will not condone any form of rascality and breakdown of law and order in the name of protest. The State Commissioner of Police, Kenechukwu Onwemule, gave the warning while briefing journalists on successes recorded so far in crime fighting. Judo Biora reports.
The commissioner, who noted the right of citizens to protest and express their grievances, warned that such rights should be carried out peacefully without breaching public peace.
So if we draw from the lessons of the 2020 NSAS, we should learn from the mistakes of NSAS. So Kenya, what happened in Kenya is not a good thing, and we shouldn't be learning from a bad thing.
The commissioner also paraded 8 suspects who were arrested from different parts of the state for various criminal offenses, ranging from armed robbery, kidnapping, possession of hard drugs, and child trafficking. He said the command has succeeded in reducing crime in the state. One of the suspects who spoke to journalists confessed to the crime.
Because I know how so I go here to do a fire up the walk. They not tell me the price. So I now leave my house, so I live at the urban. So this my friend that is here with one of his friends. They don't do arrangement of the bike already.
However, some of the suspects previously paraded have been taken to court for prosecution. The commissioner appealed to members of the public to always offer meaningful information that can assist the police in crime fighting. From police headquarters in Umuahia, Judo Biora, Nta News.
Now let's get details of Nta Yakubu's report on the FCT minister's engagement with critical stakeholders on the heels of the planned protest.
Traditional and religious leaders, area council chairmen, youths and women groups, as well as other critical stakeholders seated in this town hall meeting are here for one common reason: the planned nationwide protest. Speakers at the event, while appealing to the residents to not take part in the demonstration, solicit government's intervention in the area of youth engagement and empowerment that will enhance their well-being.
Consider the insecurity in our country and share your protest, as some unpatriotic citizens will hide under the protest to commit heinous crimes.
We can achieve peace, development, growth. All our problems cannot be solved through violence.
Don't let them use you to achieve their selfish political intention.
FCT, being the symbol of Nigeria, we say no to the national protest that is about to happen.
We also know that people can hijack this process, and then in the end, it is the people themselves that will suffer.
After listening passionately to the agitations of the stakeholders, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike assures of government's readiness to rekindle the hope of Nigerians, calling for change of mind on the planned protest.
Abuja has totally changed. Some people are even missing roads to their houses because of the drastic change in FCT. So why do we allow some people that are faceless to destroy what we have started?
I'm not saying that people should not protest, but not protest that is aimed at destabilizing government. All of us suffered what happened in SARS, and we lost so many people, both the police, both our young men and the women. This place, we cannot afford to allow the capital city, where the international community is, to be where people will want to practice how to be violent. We will not allow that.
The resolution at the engagement meeting is that no to the planned nationwide demonstration because of its consequences. Nta Yakubu, Nta News.
And former leaders of the National Association of Nigerian Students have pledged their support to the economic policies of the federal government in promoting good governance and sustaining the nation's democracy. The group made this known in Abuja while addressing newsmen on the state of the nation. They appealed to Nigerians, especially the youth, to be patient with the present administration as they work assiduously to reposition different sectors for the overall good of the citizenry.
We believe that through dialogue and concerted efforts, we can navigate these challenging times and work towards a better future for all Nigerians.
Nigeria should be a little more patient, including us, including the media, and for the government to also enable their effort.
Former leaders reaffirm their confidence in the president to turn things around in Nigeria very soon. In a bid to meet up with the digitization deadline of 2025 as stipulated in the Federal Civil Service Strategy and Implementation Plan, the State House management is developing processes and changing workflows to improve the system. This is coming at the opening of a digitization training for political aides and staff of the State House aimed at developing innovative solutions to boost the operational efficiency and capacity of the workforce. Deputy Chief of Staff Tulia said this is part of the federal government's drive to go digital to support the socio-economic reforms and ensure security in the civil service.
Here, all of us are here essentially to support these people to deliver on their promises. And how do you do that? Take out most of the drudgery from the work. And that can only be done, I think, in a digital environment.
So I appeal to you to please pay attention. Put in your best. What you don't understand, ask. If you are confused, feel free to ask. If you have shortcoming, come back for extra lesson.
Leveraging digital technologies and tools to enhance governance processes and models is a primary objective of the Renewed Hope administration, aimed at facilitating digital opportunities across all sectors of national development. The application of the proposed windfall tax to specific sectors of the economy will ensure effective utilization of the funds, even as it is expected to fast-track progress in the country. This was the submission of guests on Good Morning Nigeria as they discussed the proposed windfall tax and other issues relating to implementation. Steve Lonai-Nwakolo completes the report.
A windfall tax is a tax levied by governments on companies that have unexpectedly benefited from certain economic conditions that have resulted in significant profits. In Nigeria, for instance, the proposed windfall tax would target industries or companies, particularly in sectors like oil and gas, which have seen substantial profits due to fluctuating global oil prices or other favorable conditions. Giving insights into the proper utilization of the proposed windfall tax, guests on Good Morning Nigeria are emphatic that investing in critical infrastructure such as power plants, roads, bridges, railways and ports to enhance connectivity and reduce transportation costs will ensure the socio-economic development of the country.
If this country will have uninterrupted power supply, it will trigger growth of so many industries, and it also attracts so many foreign investors to come and invest in the real sector and the manufacturing sector. So what I expect government to do is to find a way to use these funds and invest it into the infrastructure.
Government already, as you know, had come up with various initiatives and policies to support various sectors. You know, like for example, the loans that will be given to manufacturing, to micro, small and medium enterprises, the various palliatives and all those things. Those are costs, you know, associated with this government policy that affected especially the issue of floating the foreign exchange.
They also recommend sanctions for erring banks in remitting the collected funds to the appropriate authorities, as well as legislation to serve as guides towards the proper implementation of the funds.
When Nigerians complain, we listen and we do what they want. We don't just sit down and go with the executive. No, we are independent arm of government and we are for Nigerians.
But let me tell you why I don't want to knock National Assembly. I want to encourage them to complete the job. Year on year, the federal government will bring the bill and the budget. You always go away and scrutinize this budget. You find things that you think ought to receive more attention. You just go and deal with that by increasing the benchmark price for.
Effective utilization of the windfall tax requires robust planning, transparency, and accountability to ensure that the funds are directed towards impactful and sustainable development projects that will benefit the majority of Nigerians. In Abuja, Steve Lonai-Nwakolo, Nta News.
The House of Representatives has assured Nigerian universities of unwavering legislative support to carry out their learning activities in line with best global practices. Chairman, House of Representatives Committee on University Education, Abubakar Hassan Fulata, stated this during an oversight visit to federal universities in the northeastern zone of the country. National Assembly correspondent Muhammad Rabiu Ali reports.
Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, Bauchi, was the first port of call by the committee where they scrutinized issues relating to 2023 budget performance.
Once the Constitution states that something should be done this way, it must be done that way. Otherwise, it will constitute gross misconduct.
I listened very carefully and I have to appreciate the committee by the oversight functions. This shows that we have to be on our toes. You have to tell us the truth and then we have to improve on what we are doing.
At the Federal University Kashere in Gombe State, the committee queries spending of some internally generated revenue by the university without appropriation.
What we budgeted for in 2021, the amount expended is more than what we have budgeted for, and you know the implications of this.
I have about 5 items that electricity charges, maintenance of the security services. If you go through them, all of them,
This one you propose 8 million, you spend 50 million. This one you propose 9 million, you spend 10 million. This one you propose 10 million, you spend 60 million.
If you see our budget in security going up, please bear with us, understand the nature of our location. So then for insurance, we have got some, by law we must insure all our vehicles. And we have got one or two or some few additional vehicles that we have to be paying. Then for capital release, so far we have not got any.
Management of Federal University Wukari, Taraba State was advised by the committee against lopsided recruitment of federal character.
Unfortunately, wherever a university is cited, members of the immediate community take advantage as if that federal institution belong to that ethnic group or that state alone.
The committee's visit to the Modibo Adama University of Technology, Yola, was cut short as the Vice Chancellor was asked to report to the National Assembly for further hearing. Muhammad Rabiu Ali, Nta News.
You're watching the news desk at 3 on Nta News 24. More reports when we return.
Nigeria, a land of rich culture and diverse voices, where every voice matters. In times of disagreement, let's choose dialogue over discord. Together, we can find solutions through understanding and respect. Let's build a stronger Nigeria, one conversation at a time. Dialogue, not protest. Unity, not division. Nigeria, united in dialogue.
Thanks for being there. Now for more details on the President's signing of the minimum wage bill into law. President Bola Tinubu has signed the new national minimum wage into law. Briefing State House correspondents after the signing, Senate President Godswill Akpabio commended the President, saying Nigerian workers and the national minimum wage amendment is for the whole nation, the federal government, the states, the local governments, the private sector, and even individual employers.
The minimum wage, we have added something on top. Initially it was 30,000, now it is 70,000. Like I said, this is minimum. This is not maximum. Any employer that has a capacity can pay as much as you want. But no Nigerian worker will offer services and be paid anything less than 70,000 from today. That is the implication of this act. It applies all over the nation. And we're excited that this is happening at a time like this. Through President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a man who cares for the Nigerian workers. And you've seen what we are doing in the National Assembly. When he came, the entirety of the National Assembly moved and passed the bill in one day out of excitement. We felt that this was not something we could delay. So I think the workers are happy. So I want to use this opportunity to call on those who are attempting to foment trouble, that you have a right to protest. It's your fundamental right. It is there in the Constitution, but you don't have a right to destabilize the country. A right to protest should not be turned into a right to unleash violence.
This is just one more action from the president to show that he cares about the Nigerian people. In addition to signing the Northeast Development Commission Act, the Northwest Development Commission Act, the Southeast Development Commission Act. This has never happened in Nigeria. So I think this movement from 30 to 70 and reducing the negotiation years is clear demonstration of a commitment to redirect, refocus, and reposition Nigeria for greatness.
Empowering diplomatic correspondents, DICON, with crucial skills in the digital age is one aspect the European Union seems to be taking seriously as a delegation in Nigeria inaugurates a pivotal training on artificial intelligence, AI, and social media. This initiative aims to equip journalists with the expertise to harness the immense potential of new media, ensuring they deliver timely and accurate information. The report.
These are journalists from different broadcast media. For some, it's a new experience. For others, it's another affirmation of the inherent possibilities with artificial intelligence and social media. The charge d'affaires, Agnieszka de Torres Oliveira, is optimistic that equipping journalists with the skills to harness the potential of new media in their daily duties is the way to go.
It became a platform for citizens, for everybody, to discuss, to engage on the issues that are pertinent, that are important for everyone.
She believes promoting democracy and human rights, particularly freedom of expression, is essential, emphasizing on fact-checking as one of the crucial ingredients considering the potential manipulation and misinformation on social media. Hence, the training is expected to equip journalists with the skills to navigate the challenges and opportunities presented by AI and social media, stressing more on the importance of integrating new media into traditional practices. The artificial intelligence instructor, Felix Okechukwu, was emphatic that the role AI plays in the world now has no going back, but it's here to stay. As such, the earlier the advantage is taken, the better for all.
As a human being, for the reality as it is today, it is the AI suggestion, or not to go with it. The world as we know it will never be the same again in 5 years. AI does not tell you things in absolutes. No.
Acknowledging how apt this training is for journalist Frederick Idehai, chairman of DCAN, assured the organizers that his members will put the knowledge so gained to practice, but solicited more of such trainings.
More trainings. Today was supposed to be AI and social media, but the way things are, I don't know if EU will set aside some other day for the social media training instead of combining the two today. Let's just focus.
The EU has recently adopted the AI Act, a comprehensive legal framework for AI that provides for transparency, human oversight and accountability. The future is said to belong to those who understand that artificial intelligence and humanity must coexist and not compete.
Corps Marshal Federal Road Safety Corps Shehu Mohammed says the Corps will continue to build officers' professionalism in line with government's strategic goals to minimize road traffic crashes on Nigerian roads. He dropped the hint at a retreat for its officers in Abuja. Oyeyemi Ajayi has the details.
These are the newly promoted high commands of the Federal Road Safety Corps, ready to accept the new responsibilities, but there is the need for proper reorientation. With a theme repositioning FRSC for enhanced service, it becomes essential to take them through a series of courses, especially command leadership in FRSC.
Our social relationships rest on our roads. Our security rests on our roads. So much of the perception of government rests on our roads. A lot of Nigerians perceive or determine what to say or do about the government by the behavior of the police on the road, the behavior of road safety on the road.
Consequently, the Corps Marshal unequivocally emphasized that there would be no justification for commanding officers to underperform.
With the motoring public, we want to assure them that we are going to continue to execute our mandate and also key in to the transformation agenda of Mr. President by creating a safe and secure motoring environment for them to navigate and carry out their lawful activities without any traffic infractions.
The lecture was an interesting one. Definitely it has broadened our mind on how we should conduct ourselves when we're in the office.
We have to tell him what we are doing, what are the challenges in doing them, and then how do we mitigate and overcome those challenges in order to serve Nigerians better in terms of road safety management and traffic administration.
Having incorporated retired personnel of the Corps into the training, the Corps Marshal expects quick reciprocity. Oyeyemi Ajayi, Nta News.
The leadership of Ariwa Youth Assembly says it will continue to remain supportive of all government efforts aimed at encouraging local production in the country. It is therefore calling on the National Assembly to make public the laboratory results from its visit to the Dangote refinery.
Any institution that cannot stand by its rule and regulation is not meant to be an institution. In specific terms, we want to make it clear to the public that that Nigerian government is only after excellence.
And that's the news desk at 3 and Nta News 24. Many thanks for being a part of it. I'm Olajide Bello.